I frequently tell you that your goal should be to do something physical every single day of the week, every day of the year. So in a sense, you should be exercising every day. There are different ways to see exercise, and certainly you can also incorporate more movement in our lives naturally by walking more to places, perhaps not taking the elevator or the lift and taking stairs, but parking a little bit further away and walking a little bit more so we can get those 5,000 or 10,000 steps a day, whatever your goal may be. The question which comes up again and again, especially when I discuss this with friends, they tell me it's really difficult to do. And I usually ask them what I'm going to ask you. What is it that stops you from exercising more? And the moment you start thinking about that, you begin to realize the obstacles that are in your way. Some of them are obvious and some less so. And then you're in a better position to begin to actually tackle those obstacles so that you can remove them. Okay, what are the obstacles that usually come up? Well, the usual ones are time, effort, planning, cost. So, time, effort, planning, cost, these are relatively complex and expensive activities to engage in. And just by sort of itemizing them here now, you begin to understand sort of how they trip us up. I mean, time, we all have limited time. There's only 24 hours in a day. There's a lot of things to do. There are only 7 days in the week, 365 days in the year. Time just flies by. At the same time, time is what actually makes us who we are. The time we put into things becomes the outcome that we get out of those things. So you need to find a little bit of time, and you got to think, how much time can I find every day to do what I want? If you can't find an hour a day to exercise, that's okay. Can you find half an hour a day? Can you find 20 minutes? Can you find 10 minutes in a day? How about 5 minutes? Can you find 2 minutes? We have a plethora of exercise snacks, some of which require no warm-up and can be performed in like 30, 40 seconds. So if you begin to incorporate those in your life, for example, you begin to tackle that time element. Effort is important because it has to do with how tired we get, how tired we feel, which then changes how tired we sort of, not how tired. If we feel tired, it changes the way we allocate energy for the things we want to do. So if you're first in the morning, for instance, and I say, how about a 2-mile walk? You'll say, yeah. At the end of the day, that 2-mile walk will probably take about the same time as in the morning. But because you feel tired, because you put in a day's work, if I say, how about a 2-mile walk at the end of the day? You're going to say, oh, I'm too tired for that. Even though you can still do it, you still have the energy. So this is the way our perception of how fatigued we are, of how much effort something requires, changes the way we approach it. And we need to be aware of that. Planning, if you don't plan your day, what happens is everything that occurs to you absorbs time and effort and energy to get through. If you plan it, however, you're a little bit better prepared, and then when the unexpected things happen, you are also better prepared to deal with them. And then your day becomes a little bit easier from an energetic point of view, which then makes the effort that you will be able to sort of invest at the end of your day a little bit easier to actually put in. So, and finally, cost. Sometimes just getting fit costs money, and you shouldn't. The entire point of Darebee is that we give you all these things for free because fitness is a right, not a privilege. You shouldn't be sort of gate barred by cost. You shouldn't sort of have to have the good luck or the good fortune of being born in the right family or having the right kind of job or having the right kind of income in order to be physically healthy and feel good about yourself. So if cost is a problem, well, what I'll say here is work around it. There are instances on YouTube of people doing weights from makeshift weights made out of essentially soda bottles filled with sand or filled with water, and they use those. So don't let cost, which is sometimes the easiest obstacle to see, become the one obstacle which you think you can't overcome because it's a very real one. If, for example, you think you need $1,000 to get the right outfit, right shoes, right subscription for a year to the right gym, and you haven't got $1,000, well, there's nothing you can do about it immediately. So what do you say? Well, when I have $1,000, I'll do it. And that's the wrong way to think about it. This is your health. This is your life. This is you, who you become and what you can do. You shouldn't let something like this become the obstacle that stops you. Find a way around it. You don't need a gym subscription. You don't need to have fancy outfits. You don't need to have special clothes. You don't need special equipment. Move your body, become stronger, become fitter, become more comfortable within the means that you actually have access to. So these are important things to think about. If something is stopping you from training regularly, if something is stopping you from being as fit as you can possibly be, if something is stopping you from exercising every single day, analyze what it is, break it down into what kind of barrier it is, work smart to find a way around it. And then you will find yourself that you change physically because you'll be able to exercise more. You'll change mentally because you will have created that solution for yourself. And you'll change psychologically. You'll become emotionally stronger and capable of overcoming almost anything. I really hope this helps. I really hope this makes you think about where you are and what you're doing. Take care out there. See you all next time.